For more about the Tesla earnings report and what it means for the company, we're joined by Alan Lau with the coolest title, Road Test Analyst at MotorTrend Group. Good to see you. Alan, let me start with the earnings report. What did you like?
Well, it's a rough road because because of the cost increase, and also Tesla has been increasing the price of their car, but still have a decrease in margin. It doesn't really look good. Delivery down compared from Q1, but I think the future is kind of bright because Berlin and Texas is still ramping up, and it usually takes about 10 months to a year. So I think Tesla is going to have a really strong second half.
When Tesla announced their factories in China, people were skeptical. The factory opened up with a lot of fanfare, and it appears to be quite a success. And then we had this COVID situation that's kind of thrown a monkey wrench into it. Talk to me about what's happening over there and how that's impacting production.
Well, Giga Shanghai actually has been a really good workhorse for Tesla. Last year, it contribute about half of global deliveries. But the COVID policy just like bring in a lot of uncertainties. And in Q2, I estimate the production has been decreased by about 30 to 35%. But after shutdown, Shanghai came back really strong and very quickly.
Yeah, how's demand in China? I mean, I understand the production side of things and supply chain, but has demand remained strong in China?
Yes, the demand still remain really strong, but it's just that there's a lot of uncertainty. You don't know when it's going to go back to lockdown. And it's also Giga Shanghai is about at 95% for localization. So not only the factory, it also affect the local supply.
Right. Let me bring it back to the U.S. here, and you already know this, but there are some 100 plus cars on the books that are going to be electric that's coming out in the next couple of years, and you're already seeing that from Audi and BMW and so on. You got to think that Tesla's not going to have a monopoly by any means on this cool electric car stuff. What does that mean for the next couple of years in terms of, one, their margins, and two, customers?
Well, in the United States, Tesla still have a really long wait list. For the Model Y long range, for example, you still kind of have to wait 10 months to a year to get your order in. So, but in the long term, I think Tesla is still focusing on FSD. That if they can do it, that would be big. And so far, not any other manufacturer can catch up if they actually make FSD happen.
And I want to talk about the autonomous driving in terms of, it has been controversial, right? From insurance companies to lawyers, autonomous driving. When are we going to see those on the road? Because some people were saying that we should have seen them on the road already today, but that's been significantly delayed, and I haven't heard much about it in many, many months.
Well, if you are expecting the car able to drive itself full time, that's still a long way to go. That's, I would assume, 10 to 15 years. But for driving aids that, let's say level 3 autonomy, that may be more popular in the upcoming 2 to 3 years.
Right. Now, I have to ask this because you have the coolest title of any guest that we've had on for a while, Road Test Analyst. What do you do? Do you test drive the actual Teslas and vehicles on the road?
Yes, I do testing on racetrack for performance testing, but also do road tests on road tests for driving aids, Tesla Autopilot, Ford Blue Cruise, on Super Cruise from GM, and also analyze software-defined vehicles.
Right. So I want to get to my point, and that is, you have tested, I assume, the autonomous driving features as well, right? And I know you said that we might get level 3, and share with us what that means, but how soon will we be able to get into autonomous Ubers or autonomous vehicles? Even if it's not fully autonomous, it's still partially autonomous, which is still a huge step.
Well, level 3 is more like limited by condition. Usually, level 3, if the first wave of level 3 will be only works on highway, perhaps below 50 miles per hour. And for level 4, I'm seeing Cruise doing their trial in San Francisco, but they're still having problem to make it really work. So I would say probably 4 to 5 years away to have um, a somehow autonomous taxi.
All right, really, really cool stuff. I mean, this is obviously what everyone's talking about. Even though Tesla has been controversial, it still has huge, huge fans, both here in the US and in China. Alan Lau, next time we see you, we want to be on the road test, I think, with you. I think that'd be really, really, really cool. Thanks for joining us live from Los Angeles.